Well, I'm inundated by a tsunami. Hey, yes, by a tsunami. Today we're going to be learning how to make a tsunami, okay? A tsunami like which one, Lux? Well, a tsunami like this one here. Nothing less and nothing more than this madness, okay? Obviously, I did this as a small one, okay? Hey, it also depends on the height to which we do it, right? I mean, if we put this at this height, well, maybe the tsunami isn't as cool anymore. Maybe the tsunami isn't as cool as we're seeing, okay? So, how to make a tsunami? And how to modify its values to do it to our taste and stuff. Very well, the first thing we'll need are command blocks, which we get by doing /give it command_block, okay? The commands, well, if you don't know much, simply stop the video and copy them. So, once we have put this command here, we'll receive a command block of this style. And what we'll do will be, well, place it. Okay? I have it built already, so I'm just going to put the blocks you need to copy over here. And you have to copy exactly this one here, okay? Execute at E type armor stand tilde 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 TP tilde 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 -1 with spaces, okay? The spaces must be there, no exceptions. And then on the other hand, we have the other command block, which has to be /execute at E type armor stand tilde 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 fill tilde 30 tilde 10 tilde tilde 30 tilde 10 and tilde tilde water, okay? So what does each of these two do? I've watched a lot of tutorials, but they don't explain what they're for. Okay, well this command right here defines the speed at which our tsunami moves. In fact, it moves at -1, okay? It moves at -1. Actually, it depends on how we place our armor stand. If you notice, no matter how much I place this whole row of armor stands, it's going to be a lot, but okay. They're all going to go in the same direction, alright? So, how do I know? Well, because I'm going to put this on repeat now. There it is. Do you see that they're all advancing towards the same side? There we are seeing it. Okay, this is very funny. I think you can make a lot of interesting mini-games with this. But there we have them, okay? Obviously, up to this point, it gets a bit messy, but absolutely everyone is moving there, as we're seeing. I recommend, if you do these tests, to use the kill at E command to kill all the armor supports. As we see armor support, that's accumulating for us. So, of course, I don't want my tsunami to go in this direction. So, what we do is, let's suppose we want it to go the other way. So we remove this -1 and put our 1 here, okay? So it goes there, as we're seeing. No matter the angle, don't worry. We don't want it to go there. Okay, we remove the 1 and we want it to go up. For some reason, we want this to go up because that's it. We want it to go down. Well, we put a 1 on it here. Well, they're going down, okay? We want it to go sideways. Well, exactly the same as we have done so far. We put 1 on it, and now it goes to the right. And yes, we have to delete the previous one, okay? It's important. If we want it to go to the left, we give it a 1. And that's it. Okay, each world has its own way of functioning, but hey, with these coordinates, it should be relatively easy for you. In fact, if you see, now they are going to change course. It's so funny to play with this. So, once we have the repeat block, which moves our armor stand, we have this other command block. What it does is make the tsunami, okay? The tsunami follows our armor stand. And what this is saying is, every time our armor stand, or every time the command block executes this command, okay? This command block is not yet running. Hey, we want you to fill an area with water. And in this case, the water area is the one that it puts here. Got it? As you can see, it says fill -30. It goes from 10 high to... Hey, I mean, so that you can understand it a little better, the fill bar, the first 3 values are the first coordinate, that is -30. Let's suppose that for the left, -30 and 10 above. And simply this means the point where the armor stand is. 30 in height, that is, between -30 and 30, these two values define the height of our tsunami, okay? The x-coordinate. Or more than height, the anchor, okay? So if we wanted to make it giant, well, we would put 100, okay? Now we will check it out. We're going to put here, for example, 1, so we can see it better. And we're going to put this... So now I'll show you how to change it. And firstly, I want to show you... Okay, I need it to be always active. And now we are going to see what is generated. But a tsunami, well, relatively gentle. If I now take this coordinate... change it. This coordinate that we have put here to 1, I change it to 100. Very exaggerated, by the way, but I can change it to 100. Let's see that, well, my dear Minecraft, I think, decided not to process it because the area I'm trying to generate is huge. Okay, I'm going to put 50 to see if it leaves me with 50. There it is. As we see now, we have a much larger tsunami. So you may say, but I want to make it bigger. Well, you put one here, you generate one here, you make one spawn here, you put another one beyond, and you have the whole world full of tsunamis. Allow me, I'm going to kill them. How do we do this? Well, by putting the command/summon armor stance. You add it and there it is. We would basically do this with the command as well, which is exactly the same command. But hey, that's in case you want to make a mapadil. So the 30 and the 50 that previously, the 30 minus 30 and 30 are for the amplitude, and the 10 and 10 are for the height. It's to know where we want our tsunami to start from. So if we want our tsunami to be super high, then we're going to put 50 to 50. And this means that in terms of armor support, I want you to generate a tsunami for me 50 blocks up. You see that from up there, that's scarier. You see that from up there, a tsunami is beginning to be generated. We are seeing a little more the effect of a giant wave. Let's grab our command blocks. So suppose you have the command blocks still. What do you have to do? Well, change them to repeat. And you put this redstone thing on always active. You can optimize this, or you can make the tsunami slower. If we put a delay in marks, for example, 100, here the same thing, they should share the same delay in marks. And we are going to see that theoretically the tsunami would have to be generated a little slower. In fact, we are seeing that it's being generated slowly. Now it leaves 100 ticks between waves. This way, we could enjoy the wave a little more. Suppose we don't want it so slow, we're going to set it to 10 to see that it's slow. Excuse my language, that it's slow, but not that slow. So we're going to set it to 10 for both, and we'll see now. Obviously this is bogged down a little bit. Let's see how it slowly progresses. It progresses more slowly, yes, but it moves more quickly than instead of having some markers. And now we are seeing the tsunami effect as such. There is a small problem, and that is, as you're seeing, it reaches its limit. There comes a moment when Minecraft stops saying, okay, here there is no more tsunami. Here there is no more tsunami. And why is this? Do you see that the wave has just been generated in me? It's because it depends on where the player is, and we need to be very close to the command blocks. We need to be very close to these repeaters here. What would be the solution? The solution to all our problems is to find the solution to the problem of, okay, after this joke that few people will have caught, what we would need to do is, for example, put 2 hidden command blocks here. I'm not going to hide them just so you can see them. We would put 2 here, we could put 2 here. We're going to leave about 30 blocks of difference between zone and zone. And now we'll see that the tsunami is going to engulf us, no matter how much we put the armor stand out of harm's way. And I don't know where I've put the first command blocks. I put them here. Well, now I put the armor stand, and on the armor stand, you'll see that it won't stop generating water. Be careful with the size of your tsunami, because if you make it too big, your map might not be playable by anyone but me with my great PC. So here you have a little bit of your tsunami. This is a matter of changing values, a matter of changing, because in the end we might not want it to be so high. But hey, this is true. Here we're starting to see more of a tsunami sensation. So I hope it was for you. Well, in fact, here we could literally be running from a tsunami because it's practically chasing us. So, nothing. I hope it has been useful to you. Remember here that these cuts are because I'm unloading the zone. Try to play very, very cleanly. As you can see, the repeaters are gone, and for a long time. If I move too far away, then the effect is no longer produced. But try to play with this. Watch the explanation several times. I haven't seen any other channel that explains as well as, not as well as I've tried to make it. So, please watch it several times. If there are any doubts, comment below. Sorry it lasted so long, but I wanted it to look good. And if you make a map, pass it to me, why not? I'll likely play it. So that's it, this video is over, and see you. See you with a few tsunamis. See you with a few tsunamis. Or what are we? Or what are we? Let's see what happens. Well, luckily I have a good computer. And be careful, your PC might crash. With that said, I say goodbye with this.